I'm Sharon Betters, and you are listening to the Daily Treasure podcast produced by Mark Inc. Ministries. We are continuing in our journey to Christmas with the midwives of the Messiah, and we have welcomed Ruth to come along with us on our journey this week. Today's devotional is called Kinsman Redeemer, and today's treasure is from Ruth chapter 2, verse 13. Then she said, I have found favor in your eyes, my Lord, for you have comforted me and spoken kindly to your servant, though I am not one of your servants. Boaz, the kinsman redeemer, symbolizes our own kinsman redeemer, Jesus. Ruth, the Gentile, symbolizes those who need a redeemer, each of us. Ruth's declaration of her total trust in the God of the Israelites opened wide the door to God's family. Out of the union of Boaz and Ruth came new life that would influence our lives today, generations later. We read in Ruth chapter 4, verses 13 through 15, So Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife. And he went into her, and the Lord gave her conception, and she bore a son. Then the women said to Naomi, Blessed be the Lord, who has not left you this day without a redeemer, and may his name be renowned in Israel. He shall be to you a restorer of life and a nourisher of your old age. For your daughter-in-law who loves you, who is more to you than 7 sons, has given birth to him. This declaration of the women is packed with treasures, but especially take note that they declare that Ruth, Naomi's daughter-in-law, is better than 7 sons. In a culture that valued sons over daughters, this is a priceless assertion about Ruth's character and love for her mother-in-law. Imagine the loss to Naomi and us if Ruth was rejected because she was a Gentile. Through Ruth, God built a bridge to the Gentiles, so that when our kinsman redeemer came, the gate to salvation for us would not be locked, but instead thrown wide open. Don't let this truth escape you. Think of it. Ruth, the Moabite, the Gentile, is the grandmother of Jesse, the great-grandmother of David, as we read in Ruth chapter 4, verses 18 through 22. Then Naomi took the child and laid him in her lap and became his nurse. The neighbor women gave him a name, saying, A son has been born to Naomi. So they named him Obed. He is the father of Jesse, the father of David. Now these are the generations of Perez. Perez fathered Hezron. Hezron fathered Ram. Ram fathered Amminadab, and Amminadab fathered Nahshon. Nahshon fathered Salmon. Salmon fathered Boaz. Boaz fathered Obed. Obed fathered Jesse, and Jesse fathered David. Imagine Ruth joining us on our journey to Christmas, looking for the one woman who is keeping a distance on the pathway because she is uncomfortable around these women who are so different from her. Perhaps that woman is you, and you are uncomfortable because you do not know the Messiah personally. The best Christmas gift the midwives offer, the one gift that cannot be broken, is introducing you to the personal relationship you can have with Jesus. Perhaps you know him, but you have drifted from enjoying intimacy with him. What a perfect moment to accept the most priceless gift that cannot be broken. Admit your need for Jesus, your hunger to know him better, to experience his presence in a life-giving way. Receive the gift that cannot be broken, salvation that leads to eternal life. And oh friends, it is my hope and prayer that you will reach out to a godly Christian friend, to your pastor, perhaps to someone at work that you know trusts Jesus, and you can ask them to help you experience this incredible forgiveness of sins, this incredible inclusion into God's family. Well, friends, it's Saturday, and we are finished up our week 4 of Journey to Christmas with the Midwives of the Messiah. And tomorrow we are welcoming Bathsheba. So I hope that you will make sure to join us. As we wrap up our week, I want to remind you about the Help and Hope podcast with Lori Rowe called The Reality of Infertility. If you or someone you know is experiencing infertility and you need some encouragement, I highly recommend this conversation that Jane Ann Wilson and I had with Lori Rowe. Lori learned when she was a teenager that she would never physically bear a child, and her whole dream was to become a wife and a mother. So you can imagine the trauma that she experienced. She shares very transparently her story and how God gave her grace in some of the darkest moments of her life. So I encourage you to go to helpandhopenow.org, click the Help and Hope link, and make sure you take Lori along with you this week. Listen to her story, and I hope you'll share it with others. I'm Sharon Betters, and I look forward to being with you tomorrow.